So, hi dear students, this is CA Manichandana. I welcome you all to HM Commerce Education. So, let's start off with chapter 1, Indian Regulatory Framework today. This is a very simple and basic chapter. Uh, Nothing much, and it's just it gives you a basic understanding of what is law, the need for law, and how usually the government works, and it's just a basic understanding, not much important when you compare it with the other rest of the chapters, and does not take much of your time because it's almost around 15 to I think 17 pages. Yeah, around 15 pages. No need to worry, we'll finish it off soon, maybe around 2.5 hours we're done with the chapter. Okay, and before we start off, I just want you all to know that I will be using the book which I have compiled myself. So, this is the material, as you all can see. This is the material, and I have put in a lot of effort in compiling this material. This is this material is available on our website hmclasses.com, and also on our app HM Commerce Education. This is an Android app, and here you can access to our material and the classes at a very reasonable cost, and you all can see the material, the amount of efforts we have put in compiling this whatever the study material. Here, what I have tried to do in this particular book is that we have tried to make your study material more simpler by dividing it into pointers. I have given pointers. Basically, whenever it is a paragraph, it's difficult for you all to read, understand, and remember. But when it comes to when we divide a paragraph into pointers, that too for a subject like law, it's very easy for you to understand and interpret the subject. So law is such a subject wherein you have to understand first, you have to interpret, and then you have to understand the subject. So for that, dividing it into paragraphs and pointers is very much important. So that is what I've tried doing, and also I've tried to highlight the important points wherever it is necessary, so that it is easier for you to remember during exams and also while studying, obviously. And so in order to access, I've given you the description. You can see the description for our website address and the app. The app is called HM Commerce Education, and you can see, you can download it from your Play Store only for Android. And you can see the logo, whatever you can see here behind, on the screen. That's the app, and you can download the same and access the material as well as the classes. Okay, so not taking much of your time, let me start with the chapter. Okay, so right now, if I ask you a question, what is law? If I ask you a general question, what is law? We just first read what's given in your book, and later I'll try to make it more simpler. Okay, so if you can see, I think my screen is visible. Okay, and if you see what is law? Law is a set of obligations and duties imposed by the government for securing welfare and providing justice to the society. Well, this is something which is given in your book. So let's make it simpler. First, let me try to make you understand, and then we'll come back to the book again. Okay. So here you can see, yes, very simple example so that you can correlate it. You all have been to school, isn't it? You all have been to school. So when you used to go to school, there were these rules which are set by the management. Yes or no? See, say for example, you need to wear uniform daily, and you all have to come reach school by time. Say for example, 9 o'clock, 9:15, whatever is the time. You have to reach by that time. And you say for example, you have to carry your ID cards or diary, which needs to be signed by your parents, and you have to make sure you get it along with you on a daily basis. So these, and etc., whatever it is, okay. And why who sets all of these rules? It is set by the management of the school, administration. Say for example, your headmistress or your principal, whoever it is, they set the rules, and those rules you all have to follow. Yes or no? Why do they do this? So that they inculcate discipline among students. The reason behind setting all of these rules is that the students are disciplined. They learn things. Yes or no? Say for example, they allow you to wear color dress. There is no uniform. All the students are allowed to wear color dress. Say for example, today yellow, tomorrow green, day after tomorrow black, whatever. Just imagine, will it look like a school? No. Yes. And if you're not given the timings, if say for example they don't give you a time for you all to reach by 9 o'clock, one student arrives at 8:30, the other student arrives at 10:30, the other student arrives at, say for example, 10:15. Is it possible for the school management to control the students, control the behavior of the students, and to start off with the lectures? It's not possible. Yes or no? So that's the reason the management of the school gives you certain rules which you all have to follow. In order to, why do they do this? Is because to inculcate discipline among students and to run the school smoothly. Yes. The same manner, in the same manner, what our government does is, what our government does it, they give you certain rules which the people have to follow. Similarly, it's very simple to understand. Yes, see, like school, the management sets rules. Similarly, the government sets rules. Government sets rules for the people of the country, for the people of the country to follow. Why? Why is because for securing welfare and providing justice to the society, in order to stop the doings, whatever happens in the society. They want to control that, and they want to bring in justice and provide welfare to the society. That is the main reason for law. Like if you have to explain, say, come back to the explanation now again. Come back to your book now again. See, what is law? Law meaning it is a set of obligations and duties. Yes, that's what I told you. These are certain rules which becomes a duty on your part. Yes, so these are the obligations and duties which are imposed by the government for what? School, for what? To inculcate discipline. Similarly, here for what reason? Is for providing welfare, for securing welfare and providing justice to the society. Yes, simple, very simple now. Yes, now, okay, this is done. The slide is done. And let me come to the next slide. Okay, yeah, here. So now rules set by the government. There is state government, there is central government. Yes or no? State government, central government. So the rules set by the central government needs to be followed by all of us. Yes, all the people of the country. Whereas the rules set by state government will be followed by the people of the state. Let me give you certain examples, few examples. Say in case of stamp duty, like if you all are aware, if you have to transfer property, say for example land or building, you want to transfer the property from one person's name to the other, you will have to pay stamp duty on it. Yes, so this stamp duty is, say for example, 6% in Karnataka. 6% in Karnataka need not be the same in other states like Andhra, Telangana, Maharashtra, etc. So whatever the percentage is set by the state government is applicable to that particular state. Getting it? Or let me give you one more example. Say in case of transfer of shares, when you transfer shares, now what is shares? You will understand. It will come in your Companies Act. We will learn in detail what is shares. But and also what is this transfer of shares? Everything you will all learn. You are CA students. Everything is there in your. By the time you clear your chartered accountancy and you call yourself a chartered accountant, you will be well versed with all of this. Okay, but as of now, just for example, I'm just telling you. Let's say, for example, you have to transfer shares. Yes, you all know because you're all commerce student. Until and unless you're not commerce student and you you have done your PCMB or science in your first PU, second PU, then it will be little difficult for you all to understand. but very simple. It's just an example for the sake of example. So what was I telling you? For transfer of shares. So transfer of shares, it is just 0.015% for 0.15 or 0.0125 something. There's this percentage, which is applicable to all this for transfer of shares across India. So this is a rule which is set by the central government. This is a rule which is set by the central government. So across India, wherever the shares are transferred, there is one particular percentage which is applicable across India. Getting it? Right? Easy. Let me make it more easier. Okay. Do you all know that there is a particular state wherein alcohol is banned? It is completely banned. You cannot serve alcohol, you cannot sell alcohol, you cannot buy alcohol in this particular state. The state, any guesses? No? The state is Gujarat. So Gujarat is called a dry state. So you cannot buy, sell liquor in Gujarat. Okay. So this is a particular, rule which is applicable only to Gujarat. Say for example, okay, even in Karnataka you cannot sell or buy. No. In Maharashtra you cannot buy. Oh no, not possible at all. Yes, only in Gujarat they have made a rule, and that particular rule is applicable for that particular state. Getting it? Also, if I have to give you one more example, say on Gandhi Jayanti. On Gandhi Jayanti, across India, they don't sell liquor. Yes or no? So this is a rule made by the central government, applicable across India. Getting it? Right? So these were few examples for you all to know that the rule set by central government is applicable for the people of the country, and whereas the rules made by the central state government is applicable for the people of the state. Simple. Till here, I think everyone is clear. Yes, again, as I told you, very simple chapter, nothing much. All of this you all know. Just because it's there in your book, we are just going through it. Okay. So this is it. And now let's come back to your book. Okay, I'll just make you read whatever we have, whatever I explained you all now. We come to page number 2. Page number 2, what is law? Okay, page number 2, what is law? Okay, give me a second. Okay. Okay, page number 2, what is law? Law is a set of obligations and duties imposed by the government for securing welfare and providing justice to the society. Yes, this is what we learned. Also, the next line, India's legal framework reflects the social, political, economic and cultural aspects of our vast and diversified country. Okay, this is simple. Okay, now we are done with this. Now come to the first page. Come to the first page. And yeah, I think it's 1, 2, 3, fourth paragraph. Okay, fourth paragraph. Okay, everyone. See, I have again and again I'm telling you that I'll be teaching from my material, and if you have to access this particular material, you will have to download our app HM Commerce Education or our website hmclasses.com. Everything is given in the description. Please, my dear students, you can go access it at a very reasonable cost. Okay, because I'll be mentioning the page numbers, maybe you will not get to know, but for it to be more simple, I want you all to my students at least, I want you all to refer my material when we are studying. Okay, now yeah, okay, let's start reading the paragraph. Okay, this is okay. First, I've told you what is law. We have learned what is law. Now let's study the need of law. Let's get to know the need of law. let's read the paragraph. Down the ages, mankind has evolved from a hunter-gatherer society through agriculture and industrial revolution to a complex social framework. Throughout this journey, we have always needed laws and regulations to guide us on the right course of conduct as well as to identify violations and to punish them. Yes. Artha aita? Understood? Did not understood or you understood? Ma'am, very simple, ma'am. What is there in this, ma'am? Very simple. What you will teach and what we will learn. That's how the chapter is. But still, I will try to explain and we will try to learn. So what are these people trying to tell you? See, when we go back to our ancestors, see, ancestors meaning I'm not talking about our great grandfathers or their great grandfathers. I'm talking about the first set of people, first set of humans who evolved. You know, you all know that we all evolved from apes, right? Yes or no? So those set of human beings who evolved in the early ages, early man. Yes, these people, what they used to do, they used to just, you know, hunt, eat, sleep, reproduce, nothing much. No activities, there was no technology, there was no, you know, nothing major. They were not different from animals, those human beings. But as and when time evolved, time changed, as and when humans started evolving, there were many revolutions which took place. Green revolution, you all know, green revolution was a major revolution in agriculture. Similarly, industrial revolution. We have reached a stage wherein, you know, all the problems are adhered to. Say, for example, if I have to tell you, in our, say, another 5 years back, if we wanted some groceries, like your mom or your mom, whenever she wants to cook and there is something we don't, she doesn't find something in the kitchen, she used to ask us to get it from the store. But now the convenience is, we have, I mean, we have developed so much in with respect to technology and with respect to everything, that we can order, sit here on order everything, and we can, you know, we can eat, we can do anything online. Yes or no? So that is how much we have evolved from those, you know, from that particular humans I'm talking. And right now there is so much of technology, there's so much of revolution which has taken place, due to which we, you know, due to which the requirement of law has also come into place. Why? Okay, let's take an example. Let's come to a slide, I'll just show you. So at that point of time, just think how they used to travel. They used to either walk or they used to use animals for commuting from one place to another. But over time, we started evolving. We started to, you know, develop, you know, we started to invent bicycles, motor vehicles, cars, all of these, and we started using these. And with the usage of invent of technology and everything, the accidents were also increasing. The accidents also started increasing. Just imagine if there was no law. Imagine there was no law. Okay, you can overspeed. You can cross 200, 150, say 160, 200. You can cross. You can drive however you want. There is no one to regulate. Just think, even with law in place, even with Motor Vehicles Act and all the police officers, everyone in place, you can see a lot of accidents happening. Yes, everywhere. Just imagine if there was no law. Just imagine if there was no law, there was no control over your speed or whatever it is. Just imagine the number of accidents that would increase. Yes or no? So for us humans, even though we develop technology, even though we are evolving day by day, there has to be someone who has to oversee us. Yes or no? Or else we are bound to commit some kind, I'm not telling crime, but some sort of wrong things. So in order to control these wrong things, in order to make sure that we are on the right track, right conduct, the government comes in and they said they draft rules and regulations and law for us to follow. Similarly, there's one more example wherein you can see, you know, first we used to store all of the information in books, physical books, and now we all store our books on cloud. There's all cloud data, everything, and this is kind of invention, yes or no? So now because of this, data theft is possible. Yes, cyber crimes have increased. So if you do not control all of this, if there is no one to control all of this, there is no law to control all of this, obviously the number of crimes will increase. Even though there is law, there are still people who are trying to do all of it. But imagine if there was no law. There is no one to control your wrongdoings. It's very difficult to control the society. So that's the reason why government comes up with law. So this is not something now. I will go back to where the law started. I will just make you read. Come to page number 2 again. Okay. Come to page 2 again. Okay. So I think we have finished this. Yeah, we finished this particular paragraph. So I've told you, throughout this journey, we have always needed laws and regulations to guide us on the right course of conduct. Yes, right course of conduct. So in order to stop the wrongdoings, yes, and to identify violations. Violations meaning if you deviate from law, you have to identify those violations and punish the violators. Yes, yes or no? Getting it? Now, okay, I told you how the law, which was the oldest law, how did they detail the law, how did they draft the law? All of this we will be learning. Okay, come to page 2 only, the next paragraph. Yes, we will talk about Code of Hammurabi. We will talk about Code of Hammurabi. So as you can see, Code of Hammurabi is known for, it is the oldest law in written form. Important. Code of Hammurabi is the oldest law in written form. Just imagine, they are talking about the period 1792 BC to 1758 BC. Go back to those times wherein they felt that law was necessary. This was the time when they felt law was necessary, and Code of Hammurabi was one such law which you can actually date back, which you can actually find out according to the records. Code of Hammurabi, where was this? It is, it was in Babylon. Babylon is in Iraq. Babylon is in Iraq, and King Hammurabi gave this Code of Hammurabi. Code of Hammurabi meaning it was a law. Yes, and it is, why is it famous? Because it is the oldest law in written form. Okay, getting it? And what happened was, the King Hammurabi, what he ordered, how was this? Like, I'll just show you the Code of Hammurabi. I'll show you here. Okay, so this is something. These were the huge stone slabs. 1 second. See, as you can see, the law was engraved on these. You all can see. I'll just try to. Okay. See, these are the stone slabs, and the law was engraved on these stone slabs. These were these bulky, huge stones on which the law was engraved. Not written, it was engraved. Engraved meaning you all know, right? So, and these stones were made to be placed at every part of the city, so that all the people were aware of the law. Getting it? So it was drafted, it was engraved on these huge, slabs. See, these are the writings. These are the writings. I don't know which language it is, but anyways, okay. So these were engraved on those huge bulky stone slabs, and these stone slabs were made to be placed at different parts of the city, so that people were made aware of the law and they would follow the same. Just for your interest, I'm trying to tell you, this Code of Hammurabi has many laws. Like, there is a very famous law which is called eye for an eye. Eye for an eye meaning, say for example, I fight with someone, and I hit them, I punch them on their mouth or something, and they lose a tooth. I break their tooth. And what is the punishment for me is they break my teeth. They also break my tooth. They also break my teeth. Getting it? Similarly, eye for an eye, meaning if I do something for them, the same is applicable for me also. They'll do, if I break their leg, they'll break my leg. Okay. And there are other, there are other rules also, wherein, there's one more. if you accuse someone, when you accuse someone and you cannot prove their wrongdoing, okay, so you will be put to death. So something like this. But this is all old law. It has changed over time. The law, it does not remain the same. It changes over time. Okay, and it's just for curiosity. I've told you a few things. You can Google it any time to get to know those punishments. Okay, and also one more thing. He also appointed. He meaning the king Hammurabi. He also appointed. What's wrong with this? One second. Yeah, he also appoint. Oh. He also appointed judges to check whether the public is following the laws or not. Obviously, so he used to appoint judges so that to make sure whether the public is following those laws or not. Okay, so this is one very interesting thing which is there. And coming to the next paragraph, we'll just read this. Okay, in 450 BC, see they are dating back to 450 BC again. Okay, a set of laws was engraved. A set of laws was engraved on 12 bronze tablets in Rome. Where was this? It was in Rome. Code of Hammurabi was in Babylon, Iraq. Okay, but this we are talking about 12 tables. This is something called 12 tables. I'll teach you what it is. But it was in Rome, which was considered to be the first most detailed code of any civilizations. It was considered to be the first most detailed code of all the civilization. Most detailed code meaning what? People were appointed, around 10 people were appointed to sit and draft the code all in detail, getting it in detail. And this formed the model for many other, for the, you call it the model law, something like that. So it formed the model law for many civilizations, getting it, because it was so much detailed and it contained all kind of laws. Say for example, civil law, religious law. It contained public, related to public, civil, everything. It contained in detail. Okay, so which was that? It is called the 12 civilization. 12 tables. 12 tables. It formed the model code for most of the civilizations. Getting it? Okay, what is the purpose? What was the purpose of these tables? The purpose of these tables was to protect the rights of the public and to provide remedy for wrongs. To protect the rights of the public. Basically, the intention of law is what? To protect the public and punish the wrongdoers. Yes. So, and to provide the remedy for wrongs. Getting it? Clear? I think clear till here. And then, okay, all the citizens of the Rome were supposed to have the knowledge of these tables. Over time, many amendments were done in these laws as per the requirements. Amendments meaning, children. What do you mean by amendments? Amendments meaning changes. Okay. See, whenever you draft a law, it does not remain the same over period. With respect to time, amendments keep happening and the law changes according to the time. Getting it? Okay. And in this subject, you will be introduced to many laws. Therefore, in this chapter, we will first understand how these laws are made and how they are implemented. Okay, that's what I've told you. This is all basics. Okay, and I just want to show you the 12 tables also. Give me a moment. Okay. See, the Roman laws of the 12 tables. I think you all can see here. It's visible, I guess. Okay. See, these are all the 12 tablets drafted on bronze tablets. One second. Okay. See, these. Yes. All of these. Called the 12 tables. The first most detailed code which was made in the year 450 BC. Right? Okay. Okay. Fine. So, yeah. Now, let's come to a topic wherein, I want to ask you all a question. Why is law a subject in your CA course? Why is law been introduced to you all in your chartered accountancy course? Basically, chartered accountancy, we will study about audits, we'll study about accounts, Chartered accountant meaning accounts. Yes. So but why law in CA course? Why law? Because any guesses? Any guesses? Just try to think why law in your CA course. Just imagine. Okay, let me put it to you like this. Just imagine you didn't have a subject called law. Just imagine you didn't have a there was nothing called a subject like law in your CA course. Imagine a client comes to you. A client comes to you and he asks you, say, there's some kind of, see, any time a client, whenever you are in practice, whenever you handle clients, you'll get to know that you are the first level of contact for all of your clients with respect to financial matters. With respect to financial and business matters, you are the first level of contact for all of your clients. So they get a query. Say, for example, they want to transfer shares. Too complex to understand right now for you all, but still try to understand because it's okay. You will understand. Okay, what is it? Say, for example, they're doing some business and they get a query. Say, for example, they want to transfer shares. They want to transfer shares. They don't know how. Okay, the immediate thing what they'll do is they'll call the auditor. Auditor meaning the chartered accountant. They'll call and they'll ask you, okay, see, we want to transfer so and so shares to I want to transfer my shares to so and so person. So what are the legal requirements which I have to follow? Getting it? Or say, for example, there is a check which has been which they are not able to, check bouncing, there's a call. So there is a check which they are not able to, they have the check which is drawn, but they are not able to, in case because of insufficient funds, it has been returned back. Something called check bouncing in normal terms. Okay, and they don't know what to do. They call you. See, we have given some check and we are not able to, we're not receiving money. What should we do? Yes, getting it. And if you do not know, say for example, you have not studied law, what kind of guidance will you give the client? Is it possible to even guide them? No. Yes or no? So that's the reason you have been introduced to this subject called business laws and these corporate laws in order to give advice to the management and also your clients. Yes, getting it? Right? And also you are also an expert in taxation, expert in income tax, expert in GST. What are these? Income tax meaning Income Tax Act 1961. GST meaning GST Act 2017. So these are also acts meaning laws. Getting it? So taxation is also a law. Whatever you study, whatever you want to become expert at in your further your inter level or IPCC level, whatever you want to call and your final levels. So if you want to expertise, you are an expert when you obviously clear your CA, you are an expert in income tax and GST. So these are all taxation laws. Basically, these are also laws. Getting it? Yes, right? Let's read this particular paragraph and we are done for today. Okay, just come to page number 1. Page number 1 of your book, of my book. Okay, yeah, the first paragraph. Okay, yeah. Have you ever wondered why are you studying the subject called law? Is it only because it has been prescribed in the syllabus, or is it because you will need this knowledge as a member of Institute of Chartered Accountants of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, ICAI? Everyone, I think you all are aware. You should have registered. You should have registered with this particular institute. This is only our boss, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Okay, fine. So what were we talking? Yeah, are we studying this subject just because it is prescribed in the syllabus? No. Why are we studying? Is it because see, awareness of law is essential to become a full-fledged chartered accountant. This is because chartered accountant is the first level of contact. They're the first level of contact on many legal matters. So we should possess knowledge of law so that we can advise our management and clients on legal matters at a basic or threshold level. Okay, and next paragraph. Some of you may later wish to specialize in a subject called taxation. Remember, tax laws are also laws. Tax laws are also laws. In order to become an expert in taxation, you should possess a basic awareness of the legal and regulatory framework of our country. The purpose of a regulatory framework is to provide a set of uniform rules. Again, to provide, sorry. Yes, okay. The purpose of regulatory framework is to provide a set of uniform rules and regulations that will govern the conduct of the people. Again, the same thing, that will govern the conduct of the people interacting with each other in personal as well as business relationships. Getting it? I hope you all have understood. Yes. So this was the basic introduction to our chapter 1. Chapter 1 is only a basic introduction. And again, in that, we have learnt about the introduction. Yes. So this is it for today. And we will meet you all in the next class. Okay. Till then, tata, bye-bye. Okay. Bye.